Everyone, so in this video we will learn like how can we use the get method, like how can we use the REST client of the get method. Okay, so in the previous video I already told you about like how can we set up the project and all. So that this thing I already shared the server repository, okay, in the description. So right now we are consume the this get API, okay. So I already run the server in my local. Okay, now just implement the client, like how we can use the REST client get method. Okay, so first let's create a class. Just create a package for yeah, new package API. Okay, this is a package. Now just create new the class file. Just first create a just interface. Okay, let's create an interface. The interface name should be, we can give just like REST client API service. Okay, so I just create an interface first, like how can we add the layer of the interface like that. Okay, now before we add the interface, just create a one record class, because we will consume that record, the first name, last name, city, and the roll number. Okay, so just create a first record class. Okay, so how can we create a record class? So let's simple, just create new Java class and student record. Okay, student record, just I give the name of the class, and also we can give the just student model. Let's record is big like that. Is create a record. In the record, okay, just create a parameter. One is first name, string first name, string last name. Okay, this is the last name, the sec and city, and last but not least integer, it is roll number. Okay, like that. So this is record we are created. If you don't want to create a record, if you are using like Java 11 or like Java 8, so you don't need to create a record. Just create some simple class and do like add, getter, setter, and all these things. Okay, so don't worry about that, just I created that. Now go to the interface. Now see, so what we can do it here, we just create a one method. Like by default all the matter is public. In the interface we just give first just whatever the data come from the API, we just keep in the student model. Just student model get student data, get student data from API. Just give the name. Okay, just simple. And this API is not taking any request parameter, so we are not providing anything. Okay, so now just import it. Just import it, the util one, that one. Now the implement that just implement that just class. Now create a class service impl. You can give any name, it's up to you. Okay, service impl example. Okay, now just implement that way. Okay, we are implement that interface this way, and just add the one service annotation which is provided by springboot. Okay, now what we need to do it here, we just create a object of add the dependency of the REST client. So how can we do that? Private final REST client. See, there's REST client, because yeah, and REST client this way. Okay, now just add the constructor parameter. It's give the suggestions. Okay, it's already add a constructor parameter. Okay, we can use this. Let's change the little bit here. Okay, so we just use the REST client builder. Okay, dot builder REST client builder. Okay, just builder, and here we can also use REST builder. Okay, now the REST builder dot build. Okay, just simple thing. So this is a way you can add the builder. Now also one more thing also, the REST client builder, you can add your the base URL. Okay, so what do you mean by the base URL? See, this is a API, like see, localhost 9090, okay, and till API, this is your base URL. Okay, or maybe you can keep it till here, this is your base URL. Okay, you don't need to see. If you see that, if you can go the next API like add student, see also this is one, also this is also a base URL. Okay, so what we can do it here, we just copy that base URL and put it here, so we don't need to add it, the whenever we call the get API. Okay, now see the get API, like how can we use this now? Just simple, what we need to do, just REST client. Okay, REST client dot get, because we need to use the get method. Okay, also you have a method parameter. In this parameter you also pass your the get method, so you don't need to provide like explicitly, that right now we are using the get method, so we just use the get method dot, we need to provide the URI. Okay, what is the URI of this method? So this is the URI. So already you have like, the like 5 URI methods are already there, like overridden methods are there, like you also for like URI functions, like URI variables, and lot of things also pass. I just pass the URI, so this is the URI. Just copy the URI and paste it. Okay, now let's retrieve. Okay, we need to retrieve that, like, okay, so use the retrieve method. In the retrieve, we just, if the data is come, so we need to convert the data in, just convert a JSON in our Java class file. So how can we do that? Just body, in the body you can give the name of your student model. See, student model dot class. Okay, now your JSON map to this student class, but see, your JSON is the format of the array class. Okay, now this method should be written an array, not like single object. So what we can do it here, so instead of this we can use very good thing inside this new parameterized reference. Okay, simple parameterized reference, we can use it here, or inside this we can put it, yeah, like that, new parameterized type reference. Inside this we can pass a list student model. Okay, just simple thing. Okay, so this is the way we can, the this is the way like we can create a REST client of the get method. Okay, just simple thing. Okay, and another thing is also, like see, like let's test it out, like it's working good or not. Okay, so I am not creating another API for this. Let's do that here, like void for, and here, okay, at the rate post constructor. So post constructor is the annotation, like whenever your project will be start, so it will be invoked after that. Okay, so here what we can do it here, we just REST client, API service, we just inject it here as a, the constructor injection using like that. Just make it REST private final. Okay, just import it, and after that at the constructor parameters id automatically give that, and just call it, we need to consume that method. Okay, REST client API service dot, the method which we created. Okay, this is a method we created. Okay, just keep it the variable result. Yeah, we keep the data as a result. Okay, and make sure our, our API is returning the list. Okay, see, now just for simple, like, for each loop we can do like simple, we can do also like, yeah, system println, yeah, and just put it here and just run the code. Okay, see, what is the issue? We are guessing illegal argument exception. Okay, same at index 0. Okay, what is the issue? This issue is the space, so we don't need to keep the space. Now run it out program again. See, you can see this is output. So finally we consume that API. Okay, that's great. Yeah, and one more thing also, suppose right now we are returning the list. Okay, here now what we can do, if you want to return like a response entity also, we can do it. Okay, like how, like see the response, whenever we are working with a standard project, so we are working with the response entity instead of list. So response entity, in the response entity, the model should be the list. Okay, model should be the list, and just copy paste that method here, and just get student data and just edit entity. Okay, entity entity from API. Okay, this is a simple method. So what we can do it here, so just go to the here implementation, just go to implemented that method, just do it some same thing like return rest client dot get. Also we can do just copy paste till here. Okay, just copy paste, simple thing. Now the we start from here. After return instead of body, we just use to entity. Okay, so in the to entity we can just same thing, just copy paste that thing also, that thing is copy paste. This is the way you can copy paste and see. Now your method is returning rest entity client. Okay, just do one thing. Now go to the main class and just comment it out for the time being. Okay, just copy paste here. So this is a method that entity. Now just system.out.println, you can see here, the result dot get, status code. So you will get the status code of also, and plus like you can do it here like that. How, yeah, that we can do it. Okay, no, result dot body. Okay, result dot body. Let's run the code. See, the status is okay. Okay, this is a status. Let me do it like that way and stop it and run it. Yeah, now you can see status is okay, and this is your data. Okay, so that's great. Okay, so this is a way you can you can call the API using the REST client if you are using like Spring Boot 3.2 or Spring Boot latest version of that. Okay, so this is a way, and if you have any query, just comment it out, then I will solve your query. Okay, thank you so much. Please like and subscribe my channel.